Hello viewers, today we have come to introduce our honorable guest Kevin Welch, who has come from Boston, America. The person has already visited almost 40 countries all around the world. He is in Sylhet, Bangladesh right now. To travel around the world, he has left even a good job, ladies and gentlemen. How bright example for the rising travelers. So, let's enjoy an interesting and informative conversation with him. Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Okay. You already visited almost 40 countries, different places. Here we have some questions for you.
Okay.
And the first question: from where do you accumulate your inspiration to visit all around the world?
Sure. So when I was much younger, I'm 33 now. When I was about 23, 24, I came across a book by the author Tim Ferriss called The 4-Hour Workweek. And it's about how to maximize your time, maximize your efficiency at work. And he had a large section of the book about how he himself had taken just his laptop and traveled around the world working from his laptop because he had outsourced many of the more routine tasks that he had at his job, and everything else that he couldn't get to while he was traveling, he just put it on hold. He realized, let me try being away from this stuff for just 6 months, and he did it successfully. You know, he traveled, I think, for a year or 2 years, just working from his laptop, and that planted the seed. Like, hey, I don't need to sit in an office, I don't need to sit in a cubicle my entire life, and I can actually visit other places while working. And I never thought it would actually be possible for me, but that certainly planted the seed. And as I, moved on with my career and I became more and more anxious and I guess bored with the routine, the day-to-day routine, I came across more people online who are making a living while traveling, and more people who had saved up money to take what's called a mini retirement. Instead of waiting till you're 60, 65, just take a 6-month, 1-year break, travel, come back and find another job, make more money, right?
Yeah.
And I thought maybe that's the route that was best for me. And here I am, it all worked out.
Okay, there are lots of countries in South Asia. Why did you choose Bangladesh first?
So I was actually on YouTube, and I was trying to think of new places to visit. I wasn't quite sure where to go next on my grand adventure, and I found some videos by travel bloggers who had visited Bangladesh, and I was just very impressed with their reactions to the country and their videography and their photos, and just it seemed like a beautiful place, and they kept talking about the lack of tourists, which appeals to me. You want to feel, like you're charting new territory and exploring somewhere new, and also the hospitality of the people. And that really were some different things that brought me to this country.
That's the way you know about Bangladesh, okay?
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah. Did you face any kind of difficulties during your tour?
I faced
Like any kind of cheating people do with you?
very minor compared to other countries I've been to. And there's two reasons for that. One, because of the lack of tourists who come to Bangladesh, many people feel, I think, grateful that somebody would come and visit their country, and they're less prone to try to rip you off or take your money or do something harmful to you. And the second point is, maybe I come across difficult situations just getting around the country or finding my way around or how to eat, how to do this. But the people here are so friendly. If I'm confused or I look lost for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, somebody who speaks English or even very little English will come up to me and be like, can I help you? Do you need anything? It's happened so many times, it's unbelievable. So because of that, I've had a smooth time here.
Yeah. That's very interesting, and I think that's the reason you got inspiration from the different people. What is your observations on the young generation of Bangladesh?
Young generation of Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Well, I've met quite a few younger people, and I see a lot of ambition. People who who want to see a change in their country and maybe they don't know if that's possible. They hope it is one day, but they're not sure if it ever is. A lot of ambition, a lot of educated young people who are trying their best to get ahead and get a good job and learn English and provide for the family. So I like to see that. I like to see that the younger generation isn't just giving up because okay, maybe Bangladesh has some issues, has some troubles, but they're still trying as hard as they can, and they have a bright outlook for the most part. But also I think that they cut themselves short a little bit, which means they don't believe in themselves quite enough.
Yeah.
They think they're good for, they're doing well, but they're doing just as well as many other countries, many other, younger people across the world. But they still tend to think of people in the US or Europe as, doing so much better and a notch above them, but they're not, I mean, these really smart, intelligent, creative people here, and they just need to believe in themselves and really help push the country forward, not just leave, not gain the knowledge here and head to somewhere else to use that. They need to really believe that they can help bring Bangladesh to where it needs to be, where it should be.
Yes, that's the great observation. What do you think? How can they overcome their limitations?
I'd say they overcome the limitations. Maybe I love to read books. I'd say if you don't have the local mentors, people who can help you, encourage you within your friend group, within your school.
Growing up, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Excellent, because I think there's other people who can encourage you and give you fresh ideas, which I think is why reading books from really intelligent people and modern topics is important to see. Educate yourself and see what's possible. That's a great way to, push yourself forward.
Thank you. Now, do you know about Ibn Battuta?
I do not.
Yeah, he was a Islamic scholar, was the greatest world traveler. He was born in Morocco, and he had visited Africa, Horn of Africa, South Asia, Middle East, all over the world, like you actually. Very last question. We just like to hear your experience in Bangladesh.
In Bangladesh?
Yeah.
Well, as I mentioned before, people are very hospitable. I recommend if any tourists are not sure if they should visit, maybe it's too scary or maybe it's too difficult to deal with the language or the lack of tourism infrastructure, I'd say just come here because the people will help you out. The people are the tour guides. They will show you, point you in the right direction. I've seen some beautiful nature here. The other day I went to a village up near the border of India, got a taste of real village life in Bangladesh, and so much food. I made so many good friends. I got to see some of the tribe people who, 100 people strong, speaking a different language. So we do a little bit of diversity in Bangladesh, and I had to learn how to eat again with my hands. First country I've been to, eating with my hands.
Lastly, thank you so much for your participation, and we are very pleased to have you here. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Okay.